You open your phone, the screen lights up the dark room, and almost instantly, you feel like you are falling behind. You scroll past a stranger exploring Tokyo, a former classmate buying a new car, or an old friend announcing they just landed a highly competitive job. And then comes that quiet, sinking question: why doesn't my life look like that? But relying on this heavily filtered feed to measure your own self-worth guarantees a negative outcome. Comparison is the fastest way to lose your happiness. Social media sets a psychological trap based on what economists call information asymmetry. Information asymmetry occurs when one party in a transaction possesses significantly more or better information than the other. In everyday life, this means you are measuring yourself using a broken dataset. This chart shows the first half of the problem. That small, bright section on the left is the highlight reel. These are the highly visible successes, the smiles and the victories that people deliberately choose to broadcast to the world. Then we look at the right side of the graph. This massive, dark dataset is the behind the scenes. These are the failures, the rejections, and the sleepless nights that are deliberately omitted from the public record. You do not feel like a failure because you are one. You feel that way because you are comparing your complete, messy, real-world reality against someone else's intentionally incomplete highlight reel. Beyond the flawed data, we also fall for an illusion about time. We treat life like a synchronized race, where everyone leaves the starting blocks and crosses the finish line at the exact same moment. In reality, human achievement operates on a highly varied schedule. Some hit their breakthrough at 20, others find their footing at 30, or hit their stride at 50. If you are out of sync with the people around you, you are actually experiencing the statistical norm. Asynchronous success is incredibly common. Life is not a competitive, time-bound sprint against the people you went to school with. Rather, it is a strictly independent trajectory. Once you accept that there is no universal clock ticking down, you realize it is literally impossible to be behind. You are simply on your own specific path. We can observe this exact principle in the natural world. Biological systems operate on pre-programmed, entirely separate schedules. Watch how this flower emerges from the soil and fully blooms in the morning light. Contrast that early bloomer with a plant that only opens its petals late in the evening. The time a flower blooms has zero impact on its beauty or its biological success. The exact same logic applies to human development. Someone else achieving a milestone early does not invalidate the success you will achieve later. An alternative timeline simply means your moment requires patience rather than panic. Psychologists refer to this change in perspective as shifting your locus of control. This concept refers to how strongly people believe they have control over the situations and experiences affecting their lives. By shutting out external noise, you force your focus entirely onto your own actions. As you stop cross-referencing your daily life with others, the mental noise of constant evaluation begins to fade. This shift allows you to prioritize your own situation without the distortion of external comparisons. The energy you previously burned on envy gets redirected. You channel it into actionable goals, your defined dreams, and measurable progress. This illustrates how progress actually works. You start making tiny daily steps, like studying one new skill. Over time, those incremental steps compound, curving upward into an exponential growth trajectory. This daily accumulation of micro-improvements creates the foundation for measurable long-term growth. True momentum is generated only when you become completely consumed by your own progression. Ultimately, there is only one logically sound metric you can use for comparison: the person you were yesterday. You must assess yourself using 3 simple questions. Are you learning more? Are you becoming stronger? Are you moving one step forward? If the answer is yes, then your patience, your struggles, and your hard work are actively paying off, even if the final result is not fully visible to the world yet. Abandon the flawed data of comparison. Trust the unique timing of your own narrative, and step forward into your potential.